Ok, fala galera, estamos ao vivo. Dá mais alguns minutinhos aí. Para quem tiver aí, por favor, me fala se o áudio está ok. Hoje nós temos um convidado especial. Ver alguém entrar aí para a gente. Vamos ver se começou já aí. Vamos esperar a galera entrar aí para ver. Show. Eu ia compartilhar minha tela com vocês, só que o Steve já compartilhou a tela dele, aí está mais legal ainda, que é hoje o nosso tema de hoje, né? Para quem não sabe, a gente está fazendo uma semana de conteúdo, na verdade vai dar mais de uma semana de conteúdo aí para vocês sobre Zabbix, com diversos palestrantes. Nós tivemos a Sansão, tivemos o José, tivemos o Sansão, o José, o Everaldo, né? E aí a gente está indo aí com bastante gente fazendo esses conteúdos e... hoje nós temos Steve, amanhã... Aliás, hoje nós temos duas pessoas, o Steve, e à noite nós temos o Marcílio, que vai falar sobre IoT, um assunto muito bacana também. Quem puder me dar um feedback sobre o áudio está ok, eu agradeço. Novamente, lembrando aqui, né, acho que entender o intuito aqui da apresentação, que é realmente levantar fundos aí para a nossa vaquinha, para ajudar animais, né? Sei que todo mundo está numa situação difícil devido ao coronavírus, né? Covid-19, mas quem puder doar aí R$10, R$20, R$15 e tudo mais, eu agradeço demais aí, tá bom? E não puder também, compartilha com um amigo. Finalmente fui avisado pela uma live do YouTube. Cara, que bosta, hein? Mas, putz... Entra no nosso grupo no Telegram, que tem lá, bit.ly, tg-jlcp, que você recebe os nossos... A gente sempre posta lá e tudo mais. Bom, então, o Steve, né, ele é um partner da Zabbix na França, Zabbix Expert, e o Robert conheceu ele no ano passado, no Zabbix Summit, onde o Robert foi para lá, ficou quase um mês lá na Zabbix, e aí a gente estava selecionando alguns amigos e conhecidos para palestrar, e a gente também queria começar a palestrar. Aí o Robert deu a ideia, falou, cara, putz, Steve é gente boa, tal, vamos chamar ele para palestrar, tal. E acho que ele tem muito a agregar para a gente no Zabbix Expert, e vamos lá, tá? Eu vou passar a bola para o Robert, ele vai falar um pouco do que ele vai falar hoje, né, sobre o que é Zabbix Auto Remediation, se ele alguma opinião, e vai apresentar para vocês o Steve e tudo mais. Bom, Steve, thank you for taking the time to speak.
Thank you, Josh, for the invitation.
Good. Vamos lá, pessoal. O Steve, ele para quem não conhece, tá? Ele é um dos evangelistas Zabbix na França. Ele faz um trabalho muito forte em divulgação dos Zabbix lá na França. E é conhecido por algumas pessoas da comunidade já. Então tem o Del aí, que eu não posso esquecer de lembrar, que conhece bastante Steve, o pessoal que geralmente anda palestrando, que vai mais nos meetups, já ouviu falar dele. Ok? Então, para quem não conhece, trouxemos para vocês um dos maiores evangelistas de Zabbix na França. Como o Jorge comentou, ele também é instrutor oficial Zabbix e ele é parceiro oficial da Zabbix. Ok? Então, eu espero que vocês aproveitem o conteúdo e podem tirar suas dúvidas, que depois eu falo com ele aqui para ele estar respondendo. Ok? Let's go, Steve. Thank you very much for accepting our invited.
Thank you, Robert.
You can start.
Okay. If you don't know what is auto remediation, it's a capability to restart automatically one of your application. Because, for example, if your Apache server stopped, you could ask to restart it automatically. Because you don't have to be in front of the machine or in front of the web console like Zabbix to check if your service is online. So that's why we will try to use auto remediation with and without Zabbix, because there is two ways to use auto remediation, and I think that one way is better than the others. We will see in a few minutes. The agenda for this afternoon, because in France we say is already tonight, how to use Zabbix actions, because to do the auto remediation, we need to use to pass through Zabbix actions. And Zabbix actions is executed on remote agent with the system.run command. After that, we will see the problem, the solution, and I will try to make a quick demo. How to use Zabbix actions? You will use Zabbix action in your environment to notify people, because if something is break, we need to know that there's something that's not operational, and you could notify and execute a remote command with the Zabbix agent, through the Zabbix agent with the system run item. But the remote command got some limitation, because first of all, we need the Zabbix agent to be installed on the remote machine. So that's the first limitation. If the Zabbix agent is unreachable or is not started, you cannot execute a remote command with Zabbix. That's why. And each command that you launch through the Zabbix agent will be executed like Zabbix user. You need the Zabbix user on your system, and everything that you know that you do through the Zabbix agent will be done with Zabbix permission. So you must set variables, the paths, permissions. You must give some right to the Zabbix user in order to execute the action on your systems. So that's a limitation, and maybe it's not a big deal to pass through this limitation, because we can use sudo, but if you write an example, Zalan below, Zabbix all root no password all, you say that Zabbix user could do everything on your system. So Zabbix user and user of the monitoring could break your application, or could execute rm-raf, for example, to erase every data that you have. So using sudo is a good idea, and you don't have to maintain every new line, because I want that Zabbix user will be capable of restart Apache binary, MySQL, and other things. So the solution is to use Ansible LWX. I don't know if you know Ansible AWX, but Ansible AWX is the free version, the open source version of Ansible Tower. You know, maybe Ansible, you can execute playbook to install or execute remote command on remote system, but you need access to the command line to execute Ansible command, maybe root access to execute Ansible command. That's why Ansible Tower and Ansible AWX is very welcome, because you could use web interface to manage the users, the rights, and what users will be able to execute, what playbook will be executable by these users. For example, you can have a new person in your team, and with Ansible AWX, you could say, okay, you could manage the server with these few playbooks, have some right to execute it, and the person will be able to manage the entire infrastructure through Ansible. So Ansible could execute multiple commands. It's just like if you were in front of the screen with the keyboard, and just okay, I want to go in this directory, put this file in this directory, execute another command. You have a logic, because if you use Zabbix section with remote command, you cannot have the same logic, because it will be very complicated to execute, to manage an entire script with Zabbix remote command. And this is easier with Ansible than with Zabbix. And with Ansible, you could escalate privilege like a root. You could ask to become root on the machine. So you don't need to specify, to modify the sudo earth file to write every command that you will be able to execute on the remote system. You just have to say, okay, I will be a sudo user on the remote system, and Ansible will be capable to execute every command that you ask. Ansible AWX, like Ansible, don't need an agent. You don't have an agent installed aside Zabbix agent on the remote system. Chief, maybe if you know Chief, you could you have to have an agent, maybe SoulStack too, and Ansible is the only one to communicate with the remote machine natively through SSH. The only thing you need to have is some Python library on the remote machine. Normally, this library is deployed everywhere and on every system. Maybe on a few old system, you need to install them, but nowadays the requires library is installed natively. And on a Linux machine, you will use SSH key to connect to the remote machine, because with SSH key, you don't need to provide a password to connect, because everything is played in a remote session. And on a Windows system, you will need to configure WinRM protocol, WinRM services, in order to connect. So Ansible is the first step of auto remediation, because okay, we can execute remote command, many script with Ansible on remote machine. But if I want to share the knowledge that I put in my playbook, if, for example, Robert worked on a specific project, George on another one, and me on another one, we will have many playbook, as we have many workstation. Everything is not centralized, and we cannot say every time, okay, hey, I modify this file, you need to put this file on your workstation, because you will not have the last playbook. That's why we need another things to make this possible. That's why we need GitLab. Maybe you are using GitLab to centralize some files for your development, but I use GitLab to keep the playbook centralized, because if I modify something, I just made a commit and push, and every validation step that requires my GitLab instance. And after that, I know that everybody will have the last version, the good version of my playbook. Because you could say Ansible, okay, execute playbook, but verify if you got the last version of the playbook on the GitLab instance. So now we could share every playbook with everybody in your system, in your teams, and to be sure that everyone have the last and the good version, and we will deploy or do the auto remediation with the good script and the good files. Robert, I don't know if there is a few questions now, or maybe I've done with the slide, but maybe I will try to make a little demo. I don't know if you are here, Robert. Okay.
Okay, sorry. In this moment, don't have a question, but I will ask for the peoples if you have any questions. Okay, and if you can try your demo, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I will.
Let's continue.
Okay. Thanks. So I've got Zabbix installed. As you see, this is a new version of Zabbix because you see the vertical menu on the left. And I managed to configure one host. And yes?
Sorry for interrupting you. If you can make it some zoom, please, in your screen.
Okay.
Okay.
It's okay
Thank you
for
very
you?
much. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I monitor with my Zabbix agent Apache server, and now we will see if we stop the Apache server, if the auto remediation works. Before that, we will just take a look at the AWX console and GitLab console. I've got a few playbooks because this is my demo instance and my local instance for deploying, as you could see, Docker, MariaDB, the Zabbix agent. I use my playbook to deploy everywhere and every time. First of all, you need to provide inventory. With this inventory, you will know the host, which host got this IP and everything, because you need to tell Ansible, okay, you will connect to this machine to execute the playbook. So that we need, first of all, the inventory file. I could show you a little. You could add the IP address manually, or just made an inventory script to retrieve every IP, every information of your database. If you, for example, you have ServiceNow, or I don't know what kind of inventory software they use in Brazil, but you could write a script to interact with this solution and retrieve every host name and every host IP, and after that, Ansible will connect to this IP or host name. After that, you will need to have a project. A project, just say, okay, I will connect to a Git instance, for example, this one, and after that, I will check if there is some playbook on the remote system, on the remote Git. Okay, just to be sure that Ansible is able to connect to the Git repository. And after that, you will define a template. I define this template, auto remediation Zabbix, and just say, okay, for this inventory file, you will execute in this GitLab project this playbook. Okay, to be sure that, okay, this rules, this AWX rules template will be able to execute the restart of the Apache server. If you have a new application that you want to restart automatically with auto remediation, will have as many templates that you have as application. For example, MySQL, Oracle, and maybe Java, I don't know. This one, restart only Apache. Just to have a look on the GitLab, this is just maybe you know a Git, a real GitLab, and I just have one file in this project, the playbook, remediate HTTPD. And you see, maybe I will zoom in. The only thing this playbook will do is to restart HTTPD. after that, he will send an API request to Zabbix to make a comment on the trigger, on the event, to say, okay, the event is acknowledged and will be restarted by Ansible. Now we will see if it will work. I will just stop.
Steve, sorry again.
Yes.
You can make zoom in your terminal, please?
Yes. This is just a command to just say, okay, I will stop Apache, but I could zoom.
Yes, perfect.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Welcome. So I will stop Apache, and we will see in Zabbix what happened. I will go to the problem view. Don't worry, because this is a test, and Google is up, because I made a test on Google Ping, and I am not able to ping.
Okay, no problem.
So we'll wait a few minutes to see if. Okay. Now we will wait if. You see. Okay. We see that the remote command failed. No such command launch. Okay. I have to check. Maybe we could do it together. Yes. Maybe. Okay. I will check the command that I execute, because I don't remember exactly. Talk. In the remediation command, you need to execute this binary towerly to say that, okay, we will launch a template with this command, and say that, okay, I will match the event ID, because Ansible will, Zabbix will tell Ansible with the event ID and the host, as you see, the host IP. Okay, connect to this machine and do these things. Okay, maybe it's. I will try to see if I could execute it in the shell, the SSH. Is everything okay for you now? Yes. I'm not sure that you were. Okay, I will try to execute it. I don't remember the event ID. I will check. 162. Okay. Okay. Maybe we need to. Oh, I think that the command line was updated, and I didn't notice it. So I was, okay, job template, job underscore template. Okay. There is a new binary, and I didn't check the change, but now we have to write it this way. Job template, no such option. Okay, no, maybe we need to remove the double dash. I'm not sure what. Normally this thing should work, but Maybe I've got some permission issue or network issue. I'm not sure. Robert, is it possible to go through the question? I will check after that if you could. You are muted.
Just a moment, eu talk in Portuguese. Pessoal, o Steve demonstrou uma solução bem bacana, tá? Ele já havia comentado comigo que a demo dele tinha dado problema, mas a culpa também até foi um pouco devido ao tempo, porque eu convidei ele, mas ele teve pouco tempo para preparar, ok? Então eu vou conversar com ele, assim que tiver tudo ok, eu peço para ele fazer um post no blog dele ou mandar pra gente, que eu compartilho com vocês. Mas assim, deu para ele ter uma ideia bem legal, e principalmente com as funcionalidades do 5.0, né? Que até é a pergunta do Flávio, ok? Eu vou compartilhar a pergunta do Flávio com o Steve. Steve, we have one question about, if your opinion, what's more dangerous? Put Zabbix users on sudo ears or put a password on command line inside? Okay, and what do you think about the new key in parameter in Zabbix agent configure file? For example, parameter deny key and the others new parameters in Zabbix 5.0.
I think that sudo, if you could manage the remote command or everything that will do Zabbix through sudo, it's a good but not the perfect situation. But I think that we have many other options, because if you now in this world we are working in the cloud environment, and every time a new virtual machine is pop up and something every time there is some new virtual machine that is deleted. And if you configure sudoers every time that a new machine come, you will spend your time on the keyboard, because you have to know, okay, what is installed on this machine? I will configure the sudo, and on this new machine, oh, this is not the same thing. So you don't have something that it is dynamical. That's why I prefer to use Ansible. You just say Ansible, okay, connect to this machine and restart this, because I know that this thing is installed. I don't have to modify a static file like the sudoers, and everything will work perfectly. And because of Ansible and GitLab, I will gain some knowledge, and this software will bring some new situation and new possibilities to the teams. Execute playbook, keep the script, Zabbix agent version, new version on the GitLab, and work. If you work with Ansible together, you could have a great setup and a smooth setup for Zabbix deployment and other things.
Okay.
Regarding the second question on the Zabbix key, deny key and allow key, yes, I think that this is a good thing, because people just ask, okay, I don't want that somebody could execute system.run on my system, so I put this key in my deny key. And you just say, okay, on this server, this is related to MySQL, and okay, I put a MySQL item and MySQL key specifically for this agent.
Okay, it's a good, and in the new version of Zabbix, we have a new point for it, and now we can make this macro is secret. Okay, and this
is a very good point.
It's very good point, because we can now, for example, we don't have Knowledge and Ansible, okay, but we have Knowledge and Zabbix, and we can pass the password in Zabbix inside, okay, and use a secret key with in macro, and use it to encrypted. Okay, and there's an encrypted communication with between Zabbix server or Zabbix proxy and with agent. It's a good scenario for test it.
Yes, and now we have the encryption of the database, So
Yeah.
not the database is encrypted, but the traffic through the database is encrypted.
Yes, exactly.
Now we
exactly.
can say that we have a full secure setup for Zabbix, from agent to front end and proxy to agent.
Yeah. And the new feature encryptation database in Sever is a really, really important feature.
Yes, maybe you have some bank customers that will say, okay, if you have this, I will migrate to Zabbix 5.0. There is some other question?
More questions?
Flavio, do you have any question?
Deixa eu ver aqui. Zé Du, Gustavo.
Maybe don't have a question because it's a new scenario for some people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and I hope that this situation will inspire them, and they will put Ansible and GitLab in their infrastructure. Yes.
But I like it. This solution because we can centralize your stack of monitoring. That we can create Zabbix monitoring, create Ansible tower for this action, and you have any possibles. For example, you can create chat ops, chat boot for Zabbix. It's very, very awesome.
I will try to. I've got a customer that's asked me to develop a chatbot to make sure that we can do this kind of things remotely. Okay, if I want to put in maintenance mode this host, I just tell the chatbot, okay, put this host in maintenance, and okay, restart this process, and everything will be possible. Yes.
Steve,
I will manage. I will try. Yes.
Do you have one experience about informing Ansible with Windows or on Linux?
Oh, I don't have with Windows. The only things I've done with Ansible was on a Linux system.
Okay.
I was lucky because I know that it's not so easy on Windows.
Aí acho que tem uma pergunta, Robert, mas acho que não é muito... É diferente a pergunta, né? Como funciona?
A gente responde depois. A gente responde pelo computador. Don't problem. Well, that's it, Steve. Thank you very much for your presentation. It's an amazing presentation. It's a first opportunity you can talk for Brazilians, and we will invite you for more presentations.
Okay, for sure. It was a real pleasure to be with you and see you, because we don't have the opportunity to see each other. And George, thank you for your invitation, and hope to see you soon. I think I will come to Latam one day to see the summit in Brazil, and hope that Robert will translate everything for me.
Maybe we can going to Zabbix
Summit.
Summit, and Steve would like Zabbix conference Latin America.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much.
Feel free to invite me one more time. It was a real pleasure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Bye. See you.
Valeu, galera.